Go wherever you wish. But I want you to know how you've behaved towards me. And how I have treated you. First, as is right, I'll begin with my father, Philip. When he found you, you were mere peasants, wearing hides and tending a few sheep on the mountain slopes. And you could barely defend them from your neighbours. Under him, you began living in cities, and he turned you from slaves into rulers over those very barbarians who used to plunder your lands. The Thessalonians, they used to terrify you. Well, we rule them now. Great enough on its own, but small compared to what you've gained from me. I crossed the Hellespont, even though back then the Persians still commanded the sea. You are captains and generals. What have I held back for myself, other than this purple cloak and diadem? Nothing! No man can point to any of my riches, only the things I hold in trust for you all. And what would I do with them anyway? I eat what you eat. I get no more rest than you. Many times I spent the night on watch, so that you could sleep soundly. Who among you believes he's worked harder for me? Come now! If you've got scars, strip and show them to me. I'll show you mine. There isn't one part of my body, the front at least, that doesn't bear a wound. My body is covered from scars from every weapon you can think of. Swords, arrows, stones and clubs. All for the sake. Swords, arrows, stones and clubs. All for the sake of your lives, your glory and your wealth. And yet here I still am, Alexander, conqueror of the Persians, Medes, Bactrians and Scythians, who now rules over the Parthians, Chorasmians and Hyrcanians as far as the Caspian Sea, who's marched over the mountains of the Hindu Kush, crossed the Oxus and Tanais rivers, even the Indus, first across it since Dionysus himself. I would have crossed the Hyphasis too if you hadn't cowered in fear.